What's up, everybody?
Everybody's like, what is going on?
We have to be closer.
Why are you sending me out of the picture though?
Sorry. So, sorry about that. We had to switch cameras at the very last second because for some reason how many years have we been using that camera input thing? Probably 5-6 years. And so I think it finally gave up the ghost, as my grandmother would say.
Wow. I don't know where that came from. I've never heard that.
Yeah, that was something my grandmother would say. Welcome to Dylan Talks Tone live Q&A channel deal this evening. We are having a...
Brienne.
Oh, I knew she was going to be on tonight. So we're going to do a little... I'm a little flustered because that was annoying to deal with at the last minute. We're going to have a little fun tonight. We're swapping things around. This is going to be this is going to be Lesley Talks Tone.
No, not tone.
There are guitar questions.
For me?
Yes. So you can ask, so we're going to do the same thing. And you can ask any other guitar questions you want. You can use super chats just like normal. But if you also have questions for Lesley specifically, this is how to be a guitar wife Q&A. So this is what we're going to do. I actually encouraged people to bring their significant others and wives and girlfriends and stuff to hang out with us. So here we are, and we're doing it. A couple things before we get going on the questions. A bunch of people sent questions into Patreon.
I think before we even go there, we need to say, I knew nothing about this until you told everybody else.
Right.
Even Brianna just admitted she knew before me.
Yes. Yeah, our daughter's on the stream, so she's in the comments. So, okay, so before we get started on that, there's a couple of housekeeping things I want to tell you. We don't really have a sponsor for the show, so do me a favor and support the links in the description. Sweetwater, all that stuff, all those things. That would be great. The other thing I would like to tell you is we added 2 products to the website today under the Dylan Talks Tone kind of pickup vault section. You'll see it on the front page of the website where we do kind of some one-off stuff. We have a center punch in Cerakote Cement Gray, 52 millimeter. It looks phenomenally good. I would use this as a bridge pickup in something, or maybe a neck pickup in a Telecaster. The string spacing should work for that as well. It is in Cerakote. It will not scratch. It will not rust. It will not chalk out like normal other finished pickups will. So that's very cool. And then the other thing is I made 2 sets of these custom P90s the other day because I gave Dave Chantoff, Dastardly Dave, bought the Gretsch from me. And so I gave him the choice between black backgrounds and gold backgrounds on his custom P90s for his Gretsch. He chose the black ones. So the gold custom P90s are ready to ship and they are available on the website. They are the same exact P90s that we always make that are so awesome, but they have these super custom covers that take me forever to make and they look amazing. So those are on the website right now and you can buy them right now. There is only 1 set of those and there is only 1 of those gray pickups. So I just want to let you know.
Am I doing everything again?
Do it.
Super chat from Tony N. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream.
Oh, so, thanks, dude.
Thank you, Tony. He said, first time I made it to the live session. Usually I watch it after it's over. Welcome.
Nice. I'm going to adjust something really quick.
Oh.
You know, this isn't the normal camera we use, and so there are... it's just a little underexposed for my liking. So let's just fix that just a little. Okay. Well, do you want to answer some questions?
Sure.
Let's go through the super chats. I didn't even tell her what the super chats were.
I have no idea what I'm
She
walking
has no
into,
idea
y'all.
what she's walking into, but I will tell you, there are some good ones. This was really cool. There's also, we get down to the after hours part, and we will be in there as well afterwards.
Cool. All right, first up. And see, I know some of these people too, so y'all better be nice to me.
They are. These are legit good.
All right. I think this is for you.
Oh, okay.
Hi Dylan. What is a safe product to glue back the Velcro strip for the battery box of the LR Bags preamp inside the body of a Gibson L00 Studio acoustic guitar?
I would just buy some Velcro, and I know you're in a different country, so I don't know if you get it at Amazon or whatever where you live, but just get some 3M adhesive Velcro and just use the 3M stuff. It'll work pretty good. So yeah, get your regular guitar questions in too.
Get your regular.
But I can tell you that we may not get to all of them. So if you need to use a super chat, you might have to do that too.
All right, here we go. Zoltan. Hi, Lesley. Mrs. Zoltan, I'm glad he didn't put his actual last name because I can't say it, has one question for you. When the obstacle to engaging in couple activity is Dylan being busy watching guitar or F1, knife, coffee pot, fountain pen, porn on YouTube, how do you get him to change
Don't
his
put the pause
focus?
in there because I don't watch porn on YouTube. All that stuff porn. Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, they can read it.
Distinction. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, that he didn't put porn in there?
Yes, porn is not its own section. We just need to make that clear.
Okay, how do you get him to change his focus? Asking for a friend. That's hilarious, actually. And getting you to change your focus is impossible, one.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we've been doing this so long, and we both, I mean, if we're the couple activity being we're each doing something different, I just think we like get each other's attention.
Yeah.
It's annoying sometimes, but.
Well, yeah, and I think we're pretty good at, I look over there and I see how engaged you are with something and gauge that with how important of something I'm about to tell you is. And if you're like in your AirPods and you're crying and that means it's the last episode of some show you're watching and so you're like super into it, I'm not going to tell you that, you know.
A new pen came out?
Yeah, a new pen came out because you're not interested. But if it's like, hey, Brianna just called and blah, 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 or Bryson and Mackenzie just called and they want to go to dinner, then I might bust in. So, like, you know, we just know each other well enough where I think that.
Yeah.
And then as far as doing stuff, I know this is you supposed to be answering this, but we leave.
Yeah, that is the only way. So people tease us about road trips and travel. He likes to drive. Well, he can't be doing all the things that are listed here when he's driving. So we talk about all kind of stuff when we drive.
Mm-hmm. And we get up every morning and have coffee together with none of this stuff at like 7 or 7:30 in the morning, depending on the morning. And we talk for 20 minutes or so every day. We do it every day. It's part of the day to center all of that. And then, okay, let's go to work. But we have to leave a lot of the time because we both work here.
Yeah.
Like I work here, she works there. So sometimes it's like we joke about getting stuck in traffic at 5:30, leaving the house, not coming home.
Right.
Because we're like, we want to get out of here and, you know, go do stuff.
Yeah. So I think if it is something hobby related or if it's time, I mean, I also think all of this is for de-stressing, right? So you don't have to think. So, I mean, when you're in that mode, like there is no refocusing. Like you don't want to focus. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't either.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for not thinking. It's not thinking time.
And we've tried to like find shows we both like, and those are few and far between. So I don't know. Sometimes we can do that.
Documentaries will do that.
Yeah, if it's about a cult, I'm in.
True. You said you weren't going to watch the whole...
I don't know if this was helpful. Does that feel helpful?
I think so.
Okay. What were you... I wasn't going to watch
the documentary we watched last night.
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I thought you watched most of it with me.
I mean, it was on.
Okay.
I thought you were going to stay up. You just didn't end up staying up.
Oh, no.
So that's on you, not me.
Correct.
You could have stayed up. I didn't care. Okay.
Next.
This is weird. Rob. Hello, Lesley and Dylan. Beautiful wife would like to ask Lesley if she considers Dylan's guitar playing and collecting to be art or a hobby. I've always said music is an art form and is different than my other hobbies, model trains, RC warships. She insists guitar is simply my third hobby. Thank you. I mean, I think Dylan's situation is a little different because a lot of it's work. And then the default goes like, you hate to mix up work and hobbies, right? Because then you enjoy it less. But I definitely think, I mean, me personally, I think music is art.
Me too.
You know, it's just somebody's creation. So
instead of painting.
Yeah. So I definitely, and it's not a talent that I have. And I am a lover of a lot of different kind of art, music being one of them. So yeah, definitely art. I mean, I just think Dylan's situation's a little different because it is work also.
Yeah. And I actually differentiate the work from the hobby art part of it.
Yes.
I used to play in a band so that I could differentiate the work and the art so that I could actually go play. But now I don't have time to do that. But I play acoustic guitar most of the time away from the electric guitar work.
Yeah. And I think, I mean, this question also makes me think like a lot of people, I don't know if they do it anymore, but people used to get confused, like thinking you're just doing this, like this work as a hobby, you know, like
right.
You just wind pickups on the side. So I think appreciating that it is your work and then needing that creative outlet
separately
for art is different. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's not a hobby for me.
In any respect.
In any
it's
respect.
Either work or art.
Correct.
Vincent. Lesley. When Dylan starts playing while watching TV, do you ever get tempted to 1, tell him to stop playing, 2, switch the program since he's playing anyway, 3, both? So funny story. 1, I don't tell him to stop playing. He usually plays pretty quiet though, so it's not super annoying.
Especially with the tiny.
The switch the program, maybe in 2 years, I've used our television twice and he was out of town. Like, I don't use the television at all. So I'm not changing the program. And I don't know if I've ever told you to stop. But it's because it's usually something you're watching, so you can't play louder than what you want to listen to. So,
yeah.
I mean, noise canceling earbuds, that's the ticket.
And I don't play to be loud because we can't where we currently live. Right. So it's like, I mean, I can see in the future there being times, hey, can you turn down? I'm trying to watch a thing.
I hope not.
But you know, I would do it. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not so committed to anything that I have to be a jerk about it. So, yeah.
Josie. Lesley.
I thought this one was funny.
How does your sweet Southern heart deal with Dylan's snarky Yankee ass?
I'm going to answer this one.
Okay.
You hold your own just fine.
Yeah, I was gonna. This is, you know, it's worded a little different. Sweet Southern heart. I mean, if you know anything about the South, like bless your heart is like not a compliment. And yeah, the joke I always say is, you know, like there's ladies and Southern belles. Like that's what people think of. Like I've never called myself a lady. So yeah, I think it just works. I am much more empathetic than Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about some things in like different perspectives sometimes, but yeah, I also appreciate that people are going to be people. Like,
and we are different.
We are different. Sweet Southern heart.
That's pretty funny. Told you there was a lot.
Hat Mike. I know that Lesley wound pickups a while back. Might a Lesley caster be in the future? A Lesley caster would indicate I'm going to build a guitar.
Maybe.
I don't foresee that happening. We have joked, like, I say joked. It might have been an actual conversation. It felt like a joke to me, like participating in a Texas Toast class together. But I don't know that I could. Like, okay, so if you've never been to a Texas Toast class, first you should. Second, there's a lot of sanding. One thing I cannot deal with is sanding.
She does not like
if
anything
there's a file,
scratchy sound.
Mm-mm.
So, that is the one thing you will make me stop.
That is true.
Sharpening knives.
Yes. Even if Brianna's still watching, Brianna called me the other day. She loves to call on FaceTime. As she's filing her nails, I was like, will you please stop or I'm going to hang up on you.
Yeah. If I have to reprofile a blade or something and I actually have to use a file, stropping it or, really quick thing, she doesn't care. But if it's or your fingernails on a tent, like if you on a tent, she hates that noise. So I don't know that she would make it through a class with all of this scrapey, sandy, filey noises.
Yep. I always seem to... I just think there's a lot of sanding, so it's not like... I feel like a lot of times like, oh, I just walked in at the wrong time, but really like...
It's the whole time.
All the time.
Yeah.
The nuts are the worst. I cannot deal with that.
Oh, the nuts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's not only the sound, but then it's also like... I also can't watch people like use a cheese grater because I'm just like, oh, they're gonna get their fingers.
Oh, because you're right against the sandpaper.
Somebody's finger is, can't deal with that.
Yep.
So, I don't think so, Hat Mike. Where am I? Oh, JD. Good evening, Lesley. When you see Dylan buy yet another guitar, do you believe that it is justification for you to obtain another item of your passion? No, because it's not a competition. I also don't know. I don't know that I have any number of anything close to the number of anything that you have.
Probably not.
So, yeah, when Dylan gets passionate about something, he definitely gets passionate about something. So no, I don't feel like justification needed. Where I thought that question was headed was like, do you have to justify it to me? But I am the tax preparer, so as long as it is business, I'm okay.
Yeah. Can I make video content about it?
Because we have had those conversations. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's been you have. How many guitars do you have now that don't have your pickups in them?
A lot, actually.
Yeah. That was a hard step. Like, I don't know if it was as hard for you as it was for me, because I'm like, why? Why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. So those were hard for me. And that's when I had to learn, probably more so than ever, like the work versus art. Like,
yeah,
because you just do so much for work. When you switch
it
to
like have something I want.
When you switch it to like, this is something I really want, I'm just like, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, we have these conversations. But no, I don't.
We don't have that competition thing like, oh, it's your turn, it's my turn, it's your turn.
Unless it's tattoos.
Except for tattoos, yeah. It's your turn. Yep. The rest is off topic, so we could just go get other questions. And if you have regular guitar questions, stick them in there too. And we'll try to catch as many of all of them as we can. But I know we haven't been paying attention for a while.
Nothing Grady for her. That's what Brianna said. Filing my nails. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I just want to make sure I didn't. This is funny.
I told you this was going to be fun.
Let's see.
I wonder if...
And there's some questions for you, too.
Okay, good.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Excellent. I wonder if people will figure out that this is literally how we actually all are. We are all the time. Like, because I know that happens a lot. Like,
all right. Ready?
maybe there will be some guy in the comments like there was the last time. Did I ever tell you about the guy that was in the comments, like, who watched one of these streams afterwards and was like, I don't think women should be in guitar videos.
Sweet.
Yeah. I was like, you're stupid.
I mean, does he not think women know I mean, this woman doesn't know how to play guitar, but that's dumb.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, questions.
So not all of them were questions. I guess a lot of them were questions. But I grabbed this one because I was like, what? Windsurf Maui said, alongside every great man is a woman telling him what to do who doesn't really know what the heck she's talking about.
Damn.
Right?
I mean, you're smarter than that. We'll just not say anything about...
I mean, it wasn't a question, so I'm not going to respond. But I do feel like that tells me.
Tells you everything you need to know about... Actually, that tells me a lot about every comment he's ever made on every stream and every video I've ever...
Maybe. Maybe meant as a joke and not personal. But
Hopefully.
I don't even agree with the first part of that.
I don't agree with any of it.
I don't agree with the empowering part that people try to do, like women that try to say that, like, you couldn't do anything without. I don't agree with that either. So
me either.
And to that point, like, there are some things I tell you and I'm like, I don't really know, but
we're gonna have to figure this out together.
All right, Charlie Gabaldon. Lesley, what's your favorite guitar that Dylan has?
That's pretty easy.
I think so. So I would have to say is your Les Paul / guitar. Because that also has meaning for me. So I don't know if we've ever talked about this. So that's the November Rain version. Strangely, November Rain is one of my all-time favorite songs. All 10 plus minutes of it. Has been for a really long time. So I thought it was cool when that was the one he wanted to get. Octopus Ear said, what's your favorite part about Dylan's guitar addiction? I love that you call it an addiction, for one. What's my favorite part? I don't know. It could be the favorite to any of your things that you like. It's always like people who don't know could see your knife collections, could see your guitar collection, and they're like, and I mean, especially guitars, like at first, I didn't, like a guitar was a guitar to me. But now, like, it's always something like very specific and unique that you like about something. So it's fun to learn, like, one, I'm learning stuff, right? And two, to understand what you appreciate about various things for whatever reason. So I think
why I like stuff, you mean?
Yeah. So I just think that's my favorite part, is just learning, and appreciating that the guitar boxes all look the same when they show up, but you didn't buy them for the same reason or goal, So it's not just a guitar.
Right. It's not just a guitar. That's a shirt.
Vox Guitars Rock. My wife isn't into guitars and such, but she loves your channel. Well, that's cool.
Oh, thanks.
Didn't know that. We've talked about some people's wives before, but I don't think I've heard him say that before. I just had a pop up here. Super chat from Tony Leonardi. Thank you for the super chat, Tony. Good evening, Lesley and Dylan. heartfelt thank you for the special guitar that arrived this week.
So Tony
Yes.
bought Dylan Custom Guitars #1 from a Guitar Center, and I picked it up and did the video on it. We built that guitar, I believe, in March of 2016. And he now owns that guitar, and that's a very special one. It's very unique and very special, and I'm glad that one of you, Tony, specifically you, I'm glad that one of you got it instead of just some random person who didn't know what was up and can actually appreciate it, because it's a very cool guitar.
Yeah. And he's saying that like all serious, but he was just as excited when he was like, we have to go pick up this guitar.
Oh, man. Yeah. It was neat to see it.
Yeah.
It was neat.
He really wanted that to happen. Like, I think he probably would have bought it himself, except like you didn't want to do that.
No.
You were like, I really want somebody to get it. But somebody could have picked it up at the store and you would never know.
Uh-huh.
So it's cool to just know.
And thanks to my buddy Scott for even texting me and being like, hey, did you see this over here? Because I would have never known. I never go in there, really.
Yeah. No, really cool.
Yeah. What a neat thing to happen.
Charlie Gabaldon. What's the one guitar you wish Dylan would buy?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
I have no idea. Zero idea. The only cool guitar I've ever seen that you had zero interest in, and I was like, but it's so cool. And it's probably because it's a little nostalgic, is when we were at Sweetwater and they had the Kurt Cobain guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think you've ever had a guitar in that style.
Mm-mm.
Is that like a Mustang or something?
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
You know a thing. You know a thing. Yep, it is a Mustang.
Yeah.
And yes, I do not have any offsets. I have not had any offsets. You know what might be a fun project? Now that you say that, is maybe we buy a Squier one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And make it a Kurt Cobain guitar. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like we did with the Keith Richards guitar, where we like took a cheap guitar, we made it into a Keith Richards guitar. That might be a fun project. Because I know there's some people on the stream tonight that have Mustangs. And since I don't do too many things with that might be an interesting project to do. The Kurt Cobain Mustang, do our own version of it. Right-handed, obviously, for me, but yeah, that's a cool idea.
Rusty says, Lesley, which guitar music annoys you the most?
Ooh.
Guitar music annoys me.
Any with a female singer.
Probably. That sounds terrible.
Evanescence.
Aww. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of female singers. They have to have very, very unique voices. For me to like them. I'm
trying to think. I think you have told me that you don't like a certain type of guitar music, but I don't remember what it was.
I don't know what music annoys me at all.
That's kind of me too. I kind of like everything, so.
I mean, I'm definitely I can't think of any music I like 100% don't like. Period. So nothing annoys me. But if we're thinking about annoyance, I'm definitely like a mood-driven person.
Mm-hmm.
And there are times I can't even listen to my favorite music if I'm not in the right mood for that. Then it is annoying. But I don't know that anything really annoys me. So I hope not having an answer is okay.
I'm going to get super chat too.
Oh, I can just go here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Josie Lawson. Thank you for the super chat, Josie. Lesley, I'm a Georgia girl born and raised. Everyone here acts like only northern people are rude and snarky.
Oh, I know plenty of southern people that are rude.
Yeah. Well, she said acts like. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do think. I do think a lot of people from the South think they're nice and like Southern hospitality is a thing, but I think that's not always true. And I don't know why the thing, like, I also think they don't have the same sense of humor. If you can't appreciate humor from northern people to southern people is very different.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can't check yourself, you probably are offended by
Everything
how brash people can come across. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I've just been dealing with people from all over for so long, I don't even think about it.
You work with people all over the world every day. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so understanding, you know, cultural differences and things like that, like, are important. So, but I get what you're saying, because I do think we know a lot of people who probably think the same thing. Because as soon as, like, he says where he's from, there's always somebody that's like, oh, you're a Yankee, I should have known. What does that even mean? Yeah.
What should you have known exactly?
Yeah.
You've known me for 5 years and just now found out where I'm from.
But now it affects their entire opinion. Yeah. So I get that, Josie.
Yeah.
For sure.
And for those of you that asked off-topic questions for Lesley, that is going to come in the off-topic hour. I don't want you to think we did not miss you.
Even though some of these are off-topic?
Well, some of them are, but that's okay. We can kick them down there if you want.
Kick them down. That sounds really rude. Box Guitars Rock says, Lesley, what types of music do you prefer? Whew. So if you saw my playlist, you would be like, what is wrong with her?
Genuine.
I have everything from, like, old hip hop, old country, to stuff on the radio now, to all, I listen to, like, the chill music a lot and the focus music a lot. I love strings. I listen to classical music. I mean, it just, again, depends on what I'm doing. So I write a lot for work. By write, I mean type, but I have to think of things to write, and there can't be words in my head then. So that's why I listen to a lot of not ambient noise. That actually distracts me more than if there's an actual music, because it interrupts. Like, ambient noise, like, can be quiet and then it'll shift, and that is really distracting to me. I'd rather it be more musical.
Rhythmic or musical.
But I definitely have a very wide variety of music.
Yeah, it's crazy, actually, how we're both like that, though.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know that there's any music besides Led Zeppelin that we, like, fast forward in the car.
I don't listen to anything where Led Zeppelin would play.
That's the thing.
It's not getting fed on my feed based on what I listen to.
We do have to fast forward Greta's on Fleek sometimes.
We is not a thing in this sentence.
I suppose. That's my channel when we're driving in the car.
And driver gets to pick the music always.
Right.
Rusty Shackelford. I hope this is for you. Can you explain the theoretical differences between P90s and regular single coils? What effects should be caused by wind count, shape, thickness, etc.?
Typically, when the pickup is shorter and fatter, you're going to get a much wider mid-range hump in the middle. Like, the Q is going to be way wider. And when the pickup is really tall and skinny, you're going to get very much more focused mid-range, and it's going to have a lot more pokiness to it with a lot more high end. That's a simple answer, but that's a good start.
Sorry, I was just going to grab some more while you were talking. This is hilarious.
It's fun, though.
Yeah, Teen Spirit and November Rain came out the same year. Yeah.
They did.
Those were pretty influential years.
They did. Yeah.
Let's see.
Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
All right. Let's jump back over.
I put whiskey in my iced coffee too.
Oh, I saw you.
Oof, man, it's good.
Dog Dr. Tim said, Lesley, if I want to wire my Strat where position 5 will turn on my blender, would I use 500K pots or 250K pots? Always 500K pots. If I know nothing else.
Good answer.
500K pots.
If you're adding,
it'll work fine.
If you're adding features. Good answer. See, she knows.
This is Rusty Shackelford's question. I feel like somebody answered it, but this is for you. Can you think of anything I could use to fill the screw hole for my Les Paul's pickguard? The hole is in the binding.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't see the binding part before. I just thought it was like...
Because that means it would be white or off-white, right? I wonder if is there an epoxy that's got some color to it that you could use? I don't know the answer to that.
Well, hopefully the comments helped him.
Yeah.
All right, Angel Raven 444. This is you too. Hey, what causes the high E string to ping out on the 3rd fret? Driving me crazy.
Ping out. Like when you wiggle it up and down, that's the nut. Or it might be the nut's too low, or the nut might be too wide to where the string's moving back and forth in the nut up and down. Or you might have not enough neck relief, and you need to either raise your string action or put some. Oh, maybe you have some back bow in your neck, so flatten out your neck with the truss rod. Just make it super flat. That's where I would go with that. Check that first.
Sorry. Curtis Chavez, speaking as a widower, I'm happy to see this stream. Enjoy one another while you can. Nothing is forever, at least not here. Cheers.
Thanks, man.
I'm going to skip down because I feel like he might have had another. Okay, so Curtis Chavez, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Lesley, would it scare you at all if Dylan were to ride a fast motorcycle now? No. Wouldn't scare me at all.
Nope.
I don't even have anything else to add to that. Like, I literally have no feelings about that. I have no feelings about that.
Nope.
He could do what he wants. But he don't want to because I ain't getting on a bike.
That's why I don't get one. We have too much fun together for me to go off doing it all the time.
I think that was... Oh. There's another one. Curtis Chavez. Lesley, if you had to pick a guitar... let me try that again. A guitar to play for a week, what would it be, acoustic included? Well, first of all, it probably wouldn't be playing if I had to do it for a week since I don't know how to play. I would probably pick like one of the smaller carbon fiber acoustic guitar stuff if I had to start learning something or wanted to sit with something. Mm-hmm. I don't know that I could handle one of those big things.
That was a good question, actually.
Let's see. Nick M says, I'm a guitar tech, and I tell my wife anytime I buy something is for research and development. Exactly.
Duh.
Makes sense to me.
Just got to put it in a video.
Charlie Gabaldon. My wife told me she always wanted to learn how to play guitar. Now she just wishes I knew how. I'm prepared for that.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Oh, here, it goes further. When my wife talks to me about playing guitar, she always starts with, my next husband won't play guitar. That is really funny.
That is funny.
She wishes I knew how.
I think you just bought tele pickups from us.
Steve Rezer, Lesley, would you tell Dylan to turn it down if Joe Dirt was on and Robbie was being mean to Joe? What does that mean?
I don't know, but I don't like that movie, so I wouldn't watch it.
That's David Spade, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know. But if you're saying would I ask him to turn down playing to watch the Joe Dirt movie, I don't know that it would ever, that scenario would never happen here.
I don't think so.
That's funny. Is that like your favorite movie, Steve? Or like, is that a significant part to the movie? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw it once.
Vox Guitars Rock. Nice hoodie, Lesley. Is it new? No. I actually was thinking, did I have this on last time? But I couldn't remember what I wore.
You're trying not to wear it twice.
I was like, I really don't care though, so I just wore it anyway. But no, it's not new. It's got all that crackly, peely design on the back. You know, because I've had it so long.
Yep.
Definitely not new. Bob Potter, not a question, but a shout out. Just got my new TTG level 2 with DAF humbuckers. Wonderful.
Excellent. Very
That's
cool,
exciting,
man.
Bob.
Mine should be showing up here in a couple of days.
Vox Guitars Rock said, Dylan, if you're shipping pickups to Australia, do you reverse wind them?
Yep. If it calls for it.
I think he's being funny.
I know.
Oh. I'm like, that was too serious of an answer. Glenn Tepper. Hi, Lesley. Does Dylan serenade you? No. I would probably tell you to stop. Great question.
Great question.
Yeah, I would probably tell you to stop.
You don't want me to like go out and play at your window or anything?
No, that'd be real creepy.
That'd be real weird. Let me sit on top of the air conditioner.
Wow. Vox Guitars Rock. I have a couple of songs I warm up with when I play. I don't sing, and my wife needs words to recognize songs. The other day, one of the songs comes on the radio, and she's like, ooh, it's this song you always play. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty funny.
I think I recognize, what was a game? It was like an app. Some kind of song, something. I can identify a song like almost immediately.
Oh yeah, she's really good at it.
Music or words. Mm-hmm. Otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Our kids are really good at it too. They'll hear 2 words and then just bust into the rest of the song.
Yeah, you can just say 2 words that go together in a song, and then my brain goes song lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
George Dial. I want to put your Super 8s in my Fender Player HSS Strat. How do you think it would sound with split coil in the bridge position?
If you were going to do split coils, I would do center punches instead. They work better for splitting. But I like Super 8s in a single hum setup. I really do. So it kind of just depends. They are both great, but if you were going to split, I would use the center punch. It just works better for splitting.
Charlie Gabaldon. You know when a Southern woman says, well, bless your heart, she really doesn't like you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
When anybody says it. At least around here.
Or they just don't care what you're saying.
Yeah. It means they weren't paying attention.
Yeah, it's a very dismissive thing.
Yeah.
Glenn Tepper. Lesley, how about Brandi Carlile or the Mona Lisa twins?
No.
I have zero idea who the Mona Lisa twins are.
You don't like
and I don't
Brandi
care
Carlile.
about Brandi Carlile.
Me either.
I want to. Like, I see how much she affects people I know. People really love her.
Mm-hmm. And she's a good songwriter.
I was going to say, I like the words in her songs. Could somebody else sing them? That'd be cool.
And a lot of people do sing her songs.
Yeah.
And because she's a good songwriter, but I don't like her.
I don't want to say I don't like her.
I mean, I just don't. I don't.
But would that change my mind? Is that an exception? No.
Now, watching her on stage with Loretta Lynn or something, that was pretty cool.
Joe Coach Lesley. Wife and I just moved to Georgia 4 years ago from St. Louis. We hear all the time, they're from the north. Wow.
St. Louis isn't even north.
I know. But yeah, that's how people think, right?
Uh-huh.
Like you have to be from...
Hell, if you're from Nashville, you move down here, it's like I came down from you came down from Nashville all the way to,
We live on a state line.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, I can cross a state line.
10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes. And we do a lot. We have obligations on both sides of this river state line. And people are like, you went all the way to Georgia? I'm like, it's 10 minutes. Like, what do you mean I went all the way to Georgia? And we live in Georgia and do a lot in South Carolina. And they're like, I can't believe you drive here from Georgia. I'm like, it's right there. and there's, so like the bigger city of this area is Augusta, which is in Georgia. So then people in South Carolina are like, well, I have to go to Augusta. Okay. Like,
that's where Costco is. Yeah. It's one exit.
It's so weird.
One exit.
Rusty, being from Texas, I see a condescending sense of humor disguised as compliments from the South. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Art Smolsky, Lesley, what's your feelings on Jethro Tull flute music? I don't know what that is. Would I listen to flute? Maybe. What were we just talking about? Oh, we talked about it last week, maybe. Tom Morello.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, you have to go listen. I did listen to it, by the way.
Which one did you listen to? You were listening to something different than what I listened to.
No, I listened to the Bruce Springsteen, Eddie Vedder one. I switched it because you had already listened to that album. Okay. So I switched it to the other one. So you wouldn't tell me what I was going to listen to.
Yeah, no, I wasn't going to because it was a very interesting discovery.
But you were like, it's Eddie Vedder, who I like. Like it was going to be surprising. So this question just makes me think, if I can like Eddie Vedder playing the ukulele, I'm pretty tolerant.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the hugest fan of ukulele. That's an annoying sound.
Yes.
Unless you're like in Hawaii dancing. Then the dancing supersedes the music and it's fine.
Right. Exactly.
But I don't know what that is, to be quite honest. Joe Meyer. Hi, Lesley. Which guitar store treats you better? Guitar Center, Sam Ash, Sweetwater, or local brick and mortar? I mean, in my experience, I really liked Sweetwater. That was a phenomenal experience. But it's like an event, right? Like that's not comparable, I don't think, to anything. Local brick and mortar.
Not here.
Not specifically here, but we've gone into local shops as we traveled. And that's been really cool. Like the one in Chattanooga is super cool.
Yep.
So I do like that. And they usually have something different, and they're all different. And then if I had to pick between Guitar Center and Sam Ash, I feel like Sam Ash was better. Like Guitar Center would be at the bottom of the list.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, remember I bought a guitar at Sam Ash. Yeah. And I walked in there and it was like super easy and cool. Yeah. And the guy was really cool. And yeah, Sam Ash was actually really good.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I would go Sweetwater, a local store, Sam Ash, Guitar Center.
But not local here.
Not necessarily here, no. But I also don't go.
You don't go in with me every time, though.
No, and I mean, I guess that's probably part of that influence, right? Is I tend to go more when we travel because I haven't been. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then I'm interested.
Yeah, and then when you meet the people, and if it's cool people, then you want to go back and see the people.
Yeah.
From your perspective. Like if we go to Casino, I mean, we're going to go out to dinner with.
Yeah. Oh, and Casino. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to go out to dinner with.
Casino would make me put a local store at the top.
Oh, absolutely.
That's like a whole thing.
Next level. Yeah. That's the best. I've told Baxter to his face and on the phone.
To his face.
And talked about it. Baxter and Taylor have the best guitar store I have ever been in. And we have been all over the country, everywhere. And Casino Guitars, to me, is the best guitar store, period.
All right, just grabbing some more. I know we're gonna this is the last grab, and then we'll try to run through before.
And then we go off topic at 9 o'clock.
Probably a little late.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, here we go. Oh,
this is fun.
Just kidding. Super chat, super seats. Super chat from
Mushud
or
Must
Moostud.
Okay.
I don't know.
Musted.
I like that.
I'm gonna go with musted.
On our wedding day, my wife let us take the limo with the wedding party to Mike's Music in Cincy. The whole wedding party signed a strat for me, and I got to play a real 68 Les Paul custom. Guitar wives are something special.
That's pretty cool, man.
That is really cool.
That's really cool.
That's a great gift. Like,
what a great story and gift and everything. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks
neat. For sharing.
And thank you for the super chat, too. I appreciate it.
I don't think I said thank you, because we were trying to figure out your name.
Yeah.
Must.
That's what I'm going with.
It works. All right, here we go. We'll save that till after. Guitar Quackery says, Lesley, do you prefer 50s or modern Les Paul wiring? We've changed our opinion on this. Mm-hmm. Used to be modern. Now it's 50s.
No, not really.
Is that the braided wire?
No.
It's different?
No, they're talking about the capacitor wiring. No, I still like modern Les Paul wiring.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I thought you meant like the coated wire versus the braided wire.
No, I've been using braided wire a lot, and I'm starting to really like it.
K-Mob. Lesley, do you play? What's your favorite guitar? I do not have a favorite guitar. Rob Faka. My wife doesn't say a thing when I play. She just sits there. It's a little unsettling. That's hilarious. Steve Abella. How many men does it take to tune a guitar? None. It should be tuned when she brings it to you. You would never play guitar in my house then.
Nope.
Paul Williams. Lesley, if you were a Pop-Tart, what flavor would you be? Dylan said he was brown sugar. All jokes, much love. Oh my gosh.
Well, brown sugar is the favorite for both of us around here.
Yeah, it's funny that you call yourself brown sugar then. Because that is
you
my
were
favorite.
Here.
When?
I think we talked about this.
I do not remember talking about Pop-Tarts. Okay. Oh, maybe we were talking about eating Pop-Tarts?
Maybe.
I don't remember you calling yourself brown sugar. Is there like a screen name somewhere I need to know about?
I don't remember talking about it either.
So the only other flavor Pop-Tart I like, so I'm going to choose that. Strawberry with the colorful sprinkles.
That's right.
You have to get frosting. Pop-Tarts without frosting are dumb.
Agreed. It's like dry. It's like a Pop-Tart scone.
Charlie Gabaldon. Lesley, what is the most nerdy thing you know about guitars? I don't know. Isn't it all nerdy? I mean, I know like how much wire we go through a year. That's pretty friggin' nerdy. Like,
that's true. Yeah, she does the taxes, so she knows how much stuff costs.
Yes.
People always say that too, like those memes about like, don't tell my wife how much money my guitars cost or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter because she does the taxes. She knows exactly how much I spend on knives, guns, guitars, everything. All my hobbies, she knows. So it just doesn't matter. As long as I use it in a video.
That's right. Guitar Quackery. Lesley, if you had to take one guitar to a desert island, which make and model would it be?
That's easy.
I mean, it would have to be carbon fiber because you wouldn't take a wood guitar if you're stuck on a desert island.
See?
That'd be dumb. I don't know. Would you need like nylon strings also? So your strings wouldn't rust?
Ooh.
If you're on a desert island, you're gonna be in the ocean, right? Like,
yeah, so actually that would actually narrow it down to a close. And then you would get it in their funny rubber nylon string guitar. Yeah, good point.
All right. That's all I got.
All right.
We're going to switch.
We're going to switch over to off-topic hour. So the way this works is we will take any question about anything. You can ask Lesley directly, or you can ask me. This is just off-topic, just getting to know all of you, hanging out. We like doing this every week. Ask us anything. We'll probably answer it. It's not very often that we turn down a question, if ever. And if you ask a guitar question after 9 o'clock, it has to be in a super chat. That's how that works. And if you don't like that, show up earlier next week. That's how that works. But we do have Patreon questions that are off topic from Patreon. So
okay.
And these ones are for you. Because these are Patreon questions for you.
Oh,
from earlier, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Robert.
Whoa.
Lesley, I want to involve my wife in this. She has 3 non-guitar related questions. 1. Do you and Dylan get ideas from each other about work efficiency and equipment? Absolutely. We talk about a lot of that. Each of us has, I think, different strengths. Mm-hmm. But we're both overthinkers too. So a lot of times when I ask a question, I already have an answer in mind, and then I'll like ask you to see like what am I missing, mm-hmm. and then tell you why I think I'm right, mm-hmm. and then we'll go from there. But mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, work efficiency, I am better at probably, like how to be efficient mm-hmm. and how to make things work for you, like computers. Like always my whole life, I'm like work smart, not hard. Mm-hmm. And then equipment. I mean, I know what I like for work and etc. But when it comes to all of our cameras and other types of gear, like Dylan does a lot of that. But I do ask questions because if I see a price tag, I'm like, well, wait, tell me why I need this versus this. Mm-hmm. Because I just need to understand it.
And a lot of times you'll come to me with, like, I want this result.
Yeah.
What do I need to get this result? And I'll be like, you need a macro lens.
Yes.
And so we bought a macro lens. And it's amazing. That kind of thing.
We should use it.
And we should use it more. Mm-hmm.
Then it says B, but I think he means 2 because then it goes to 3. 1B3. Oh, okay. Anyway, B. Does being around Dylan's business make music meaningful, interesting, and or exciting? I think I have always loved music, and I don't know that your business, except for some of the things we've gotten to do related to music,
because of it. Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it's changed my opinion on music or enhanced or changed or.
I think it has. I think you look at music from a little different lens now, especially live music. Because you see things, I think, that you wouldn't have seen
maybe
before. Yeah. You know what I mean? You've even said, I don't like that person's guitar tone. You might not know why.
Yeah, I might not know why.
And I'll be like, because it has Sir pickups in it, or what, I might say something or whatever to tell you.
Yeah, I hear a lot. I just don't understand what I'm hearing, mm-hmm. and I'll ask you like, okay, you hear that? Like, and
what
you can
is that?
Always tell me what it is. So yeah, maybe I'll listen different.
And production wise, like you listen to music production different and live music productions differently, because we'll walk away and you'll tell me a certain thing about a live performance that you didn't like, and the normal person just wouldn't notice that stuff. And it's just because we do it. And we've gotten to meet a lot of cool people, make a lot of friends that we wouldn't have made without it. So,
and it also, I've never
including
been
a bunch of you, like
a starstruck person, but because of what we've done, mm-hmm. we've met some really cool people and we've met some really strange people. Mm-hmm. And then you just remember that they're just people, you know, like when you get to see them, I don't know. I mean, I've been standing next to somebody having a great conversation and we leave and you're like, do you even know who you were talking to? And I'm like, no. And then you tell me, I'm like, that doesn't even make sense.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So where somebody else would probably be talking to him because of who he was, like, I didn't even know who he was.
Same here. I'm the same way. I don't care.
I'm standing there waiting for you to get done doing something. I'm going to talk to somebody.
They're just people.
Okay, hang on. Okay. Your workspace is very uncluttered. What does that mean? I don't know what that goes with.
I think that he just mentioned that.
Oh,
because of the efficiency stuff too, maybe. I don't know.
Oh. It may be. All right. 3. Is there any paper involved in your work, or is it all online? 0 paper. We don't. I mean, I have like a little shelf beside my desk now. You know, like Brianna was on the phone and she like needed paper, and I was like, oh crap, I think I have 1 notebook. But yeah, nothing of mine is paper. We do not own a printer except for a label printer. Yeah. So totally online. There's no, a lot of people that work online, think, when you say that now, people think it's like a post-COVID thing, or, but I've worked from home since 2013. And we don't have an office. So everybody in the entire company works remote, and we're all over the world. So there is no paperwork, literally. Mm-hmm. Even, so there's services for, like, if you work in an office, then there's like break room posters about like all the federal labor laws and the laws in your state. Like, there are online things that do that. Like, we just have to like click a button to be like, yeah, we read all the labor laws. Like, so there's like a virtual bulletin board or something. Mm-hmm. As usual, she came up with questions I would not have thought of. Dylan, I hope the 1B3 format made you smile. He probably wouldn't have even noticed. That drove me crazy.
No, I did.
Oh, you did? Okay. We'll both be at rehearsal Thursday and watch together on Friday.
Cool.
Really cool, Robert. Thank you. I hope that was helpful. I don't know. I don't know what value people are getting out of this, if any. Charles, I have 2 questions. The first one is, do you two ever spend too much time together? Well, first of all, I don't know that you can make more than 24 hours in a day.
We are together 24/7.
Yeah, literally. People don't think we are, but we are. Mm-hmm. It's very rare we're not together. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is as many people have comments about that, like when we're not together, then they're like, I don't know. I don't know that our names exist apart.
It's true.
So I don't know if the question is like, is
it ever too much?
Aggravated? Like, is it just too much? And I don't think so. Mm-mm. But we also are very respectful of like, I need to chill right now. Like, mm-hmm. And
yeah, after this, we are not going to speak to each other for probably an hour and a half. We will sit right next to each other on the couch. Or, you're in your chair and I'm on the couch. And I will watch something on TV. She'll watch something on her iPad. And that'll be totally fine. Yeah. Yeah.
And then he said, and after so many years, how do you keep from getting burnt out? I don't know if that's a work question. I would assume so. And that's hard. Like, mm-hmm. I don't know that we avoid burnout, honestly. Mm-hmm. I think we experience it. Yesterday, mentally, I really thought it was Friday. And I think it was because my week had been so busy. I think mentally I was like, surely that was enough. Mm-hmm. That was enough. But there are many days, like he might want to do something after work. And I'm like, cool, that sounds good. And then by the time after work comes, I'm like, I just need to sit for a minute. Like,
she'll ask me, do you have any plans tonight? Yeah. And I'll be like, no. And she's like, good.
Yes.
Yeah. And then sometimes the way we deal with it is I have to get out of here, and sometimes it's you just go sit in a coffee shop for 10 minutes just to be out of the house because sometimes there'll be times it'll get to be, Thursday and we're like, neither of us have left the house this week. Because we've just been here working and not doing anything but working. And so we'll have to just kind of tell ourselves to go do something. But No, I think we recognize each other's space very well, and I think we know each other really well, so that we don't step on each other's toes and stuff. And it's totally cool. Like, I don't know, I just don't find her annoying either. So
And then he just said, thanks again for all the time you guys spend with us. Thanks, Charles. Brianna, I don't know what this was about. She said, like mom was all her having to ask the right questions thing. Great skill to have. Yeah. I don't know what she said that about, but
it's true.
All right, Ivan. Hi, Lesley. I've learned long ago to not underestimate anyone's abilities, regardless of gender. Thank you, Ivan. I give everyone the chance to prove themselves and formulate my expectations from there. My question is, did you face any obstacles growing up and during your career with people not giving you the opportunities you deserved? I mean, I'm going to say yes. I don't know. So, contrary to what you may think, because he makes me come on here on Thursday and I have to talk to you all, I'm not shy, but I'm very introverted. I also really like to see other people succeed. So, to a fault, I will not speak up even for myself. And I am really good at praising other people. And I do think that over the years, that was detrimental to my own career. But I think when you work with the right people, that all changes. Like, if somebody truly appreciates like who you are, like I've never felt more valued in my work than I do now. So yeah, I think there are obstacles. So my first job, I worked, my grandpa worked at the same place. And that was a whole nother thing. Like, you're getting, if there's any family anywhere, you're automatically compared to that person. I was in a very stereotypical women's work type job in an office. So I think that was like, I put myself in that position, if it makes sense. And that was hard to like have any career advancement because it was a mom
jeans job.
Mom jeans?
Yeah.
Nobody had jeans. You couldn't wear jeans.
I know, but everybody dressed the same.
Anyway, yeah. But for sure, and growing up, like, we didn't have anything, but school was important to me singularly, like not even my family, just me. So I've been my own biggest obstacle probably forever.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
When we first met, she'd had a W-2 job since you were 18 or something, right?
17.
Yeah. And I have owned my own business since I was 17. So we had and still do,
yeah,
to a large extent, have a very different view of like money and how to manage everything. So the entrepreneurial spirit, the self-motivating thing, all that kind of stuff, I think you've learned over the last 11 years because, now she's got this really cool job working with people, and you're a lot more managing and all that kind of stuff now. You don't have a person looking down your neck every 2 seconds. But I think that was something that over time we all picked up. The kids did too. The kids are a lot more self-starters now than they used to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good question though.
Yeah, it is an interesting question. That's the last one over there.
Okay. I've grabbed some over here. They're not all for me.
Okay.
Guitar Quackery says, Dylan, I noticed you changed your wristwatch band to yellow.
I did. It's because I was wearing something yesterday that it matched better. I also have an orange one I don't know, whatever. I just change them up once in a while.
Yeah, so he has multiple bands for his iWatch, and then he also has multiple watches when he doesn't want to wear.
Yeah, I have a lot of
Apple
watches.
Watch. Did I say iWatch? It's not
You
an
said
iWatch. Apple Watch.
I have a lot of watches, and it really took me a long time to get to the point where I would even wear an Apple Watch because I love watches so much. But when the Ultra came out, I was like, okay, I'll try it. And now I love it. And so the only kind of variety I get out of the watch thing is bands. So I'll just buy some cheap ones off of Amazon sometimes, or this is an Apple one, but you know. So I got 4 or 5 bands I swap in and out just to freshen it up.
Freshen it up. Charlie Gabaldon, Lesley, has Dylan written a song for you? Not to my knowledge.
No, I have not.
Okay.
I don't serenade you. Remember, you would tell me to stop.
That doesn't mean you couldn't write a song. Rude.
True.
Tom F. Lesley, if you could pick any pistol for CCW, what pistol would it be besides the one you currently carry?
Ooh. Besides.
I mean, can I say the fancy one?
I already know.
What is it? I don't even know.
It is.
The mistake being, it's gorgeous, and the dude made me like handle it, and I was like, oh, put it back.
Yeah. Wait.
What are you talking about?
Not the staccato.
Oh, there's 2. No, the fancy one in the case, the custom one.
Yeah, it's dang it. My brain is.
The staccato one would work too. But it's not pretty. This one's pretty. Yeah,
the Nighthawk. It's a Nighthawk Customs 40, that's 9mm, and it's called the Nighthawk Customs, maybe it's called the Desert Rose or something, but it has like petrified wood grips, and the barrel is rose gold, and all the little hardware like safety and stuff it's beautiful. It's like $5,600.
No, $65. You got it backwards.
Oh, 65?
Yes.
The one I want is 56.
No, it's 65.
Wow.
Yeah. Charlie Williams said we missed her Patreon question. Do you have something somewhere?
Do I? Hang on.
Sorry about that.
Hang on.
We'll get it, Charlie. I didn't even call you Charles this time.
Hang on. Let me just double check. I'm sorry about that. I'm working on it.
All right. Charlie Gabaldon. Lesley, how do I get my wife to stop crying when I take her into Guitar Store? I don't know. Why are you making her cry, bro? That's hilarious. Robert R. Lesley, what are your thoughts on the brown lights in North Carolina? I don't have any thoughts because I don't know what that is. I feel like I have a lot of things to look up to.
I know.
Jethro Tull, brown lights. Yeah, I don't know. Alan Pettibone, Lesley, from all your time on the road, in the RV, etc., what was your favorite restaurant and where was it?
I already know. No, maybe I don't.
The sad thing is, I would probably name, because we've been like one place one time and it was great, but if you don't go more than one, like a first impression is still what it is, right? But there's quite a few places we've been multiple times, so I would say that I prefer those places, right? Because you want to go back. But both places that would be on this list have closed.
Mm-hmm.
So one is So Radish in Arvada, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one would have been Fox and Fig in Savannah, Georgia. And they've both closed.
Mm-hmm.
So very disappointing.
So next, I think, in that list would be, weirdly enough, the pizza place in Chattanooga is really good.
Yes.
But for
we eat there a lot.
Really good food,
forgot about that.
What city was it in? Was it in St. Louis? The like heavy metal vegan place.
The horror one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was St. Louis. Terror Tacos.
Terror Tacos. That place was really cool.
Yeah.
Charlie Williams. Hi, Lesley. From all of Dylan's guitar gear, what would you take for your own guitar rig?
Oh, weird. That's weird.
If you were going to start playing and you could pick any of my stuff, what acoustic guitar would you take?
The smaller carbon fiber one.
Okay, so the McPherson Sable Touring.
Yes.
Okay, what electric guitar would you take?
The MGK.
Okay. And
with the baby square amp.
This one?
Yeah.
There you go. Done. And a runway audio cable, obviously.
We don't have anything else.
Mm-mm.
Rusty, have you seen the jellyfish or chandelier UFOs videos?
Mm-mm.
Thoughts? No. I feel like we were like getting really caught out. Like I have zero clue what anybody's talking about tonight. Maybe we were like way disconnected than we thought.
Maybe we were working harder than we thought.
Things happening that we don't know about.
No.
Guitar quackery. How much do your YouTube activities affect your work and daily lives? Oh, this is a great question. It affects everything. Everything. Because there are certain days that we can't do things because we're going to be here. Like tonight. Like
the kids
my son wanted to go to dinner. And we're like, it's live stream night. When we travel, we still try to do these type of things. We should still try to keep the schedule. So there may be videos to be made. There may be live streams to do. So what you see and the consistency that you see has to be maintained. And it is always done. And if we have to change schedule, let's say this week, for instance, you had a dental appointment on Monday. He knew he wouldn't be able to make a video Monday, but we needed a video for Monday and you worked on the weekend. So it definitely affects all aspects of life.
If we miss a week, like let's say I was to go on vacation and we were not to do any of it and we missed a week, it would take me 2 months to get the momentum back.
Yep.
And it affects everything. How many people buy pickups, how many people use affiliate links, how many people watch the next video, which affects the same things. If we take a week off, I mean, it could ruin me for a month. Like the next month could be slow. Consistency with this is the most important thing, even more than what we talk about. So like if we bring up a subject right now and 40 people leave, I don't care as much as doing this video at all. Don't leave. We want you here.
All right. Curtis Chavez wants to know an EDC fixed blade between $100 and $200.
Oh. Boker makes some stuff that you should check into. I would look into that. Boker. And Buck. Actually, Buck just came out with some hunting knives that are fixed blades that are like ultralight, and I think they're just under. I think they're like $180, but I think they might be S35VN, and they're really, really cool. They're like an ultralight kind of. They remind me of a Benchmade hunting knife, but they're Buck, and so they're a lot more cost effective. They're very cool.
Jim Woodard, Lesley or Dylan, do either of you vape or smoke? No. That's easy. Wayne McConnell, how do you feel about coffee and weed?
In the same sentence? They can't be in the same sentence because they can't be in the same state.
Coffee can be where weed is. What do you mean?
But we can't have coffee and weed at the same time.
Not where we currently are.
No.
Yeah. Are we? I mean,
coffee.
We definitely love coffee.
I'm drinking coffee right now.
I have zero opposition to cannabis, but we do live in an area where
there is opposition to it.
There isn't any. So,
yeah.
If you were asking, do we partake of a lot of coffee? Yes.
A lot of coffee. We have all the forms.
Yes.
I'm going to do a video about our coffee rigs on the other channel.
Notice that was plural.
Yeah.
Shane Walton. Lesley, my job requires me to wear a suit and tie 6 days a week. You work 6 days a week? Also, my wife makes me dress up when we go out. Do you think people should dress up more? I mean, have you seen me? No. No. I think dresses are the dumbest thing ever. Dylan does like to dress up when he dresses up. I could care less. I do not think you're more important if you're dressed up. I don't care if you have sweatpants and Crocs on. Like, fashion, clothes, one, I know it means nothing equated to status, and I don't care about any of it.
Yep.
I don't like to shop. I just don't care. So no, I don't think people should dress up more.
You're not a slob, though. You like to look nice.
I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I do not think people should dress up more. I mean, you can if you love it, though. 6 days a week is a lot for a suit and tie.
Mm-hmm.
And work. Guitar quackery. Dylan, how's your tooth healing?
Hurts. Next question.
Aw. Oops, sorry. Benny's question. I didn't host the first hour. We were just here together. Let's see if I missed. Yes. All right. I don't know what this name says. Los
Bunch of symbols.
Pedorales.
Okay.
I don't know. Guy at work pissed me off today. So I made a fake escort ad online on Grindr with his pic and phone number. How long should I keep this going?
Oh my God.
I mean, at least until you hear the stories. Like, oh, that's funny. It's horrible, but that's funny. Guitar quackery. Do you like roller coaster rides? Yes.
Yes.
That was easy. Bacon tracks, backing tracks for guitar. Will you be at NAMM 2024?
No.
Since it's like next week. No. Not going to LA. Charlie Williams. Haha. Thanks for reading it out. As a girl playing guitar, I was interested in what Leslie's picks would be. I mean, the caveat being I don't play. You do know that, right? So, just want to say that. So my picks mean nothing, really, because I could do nothing with them. Mm-hmm. Give them 2. Oh, I haven't seen him in a while. Man. Okay. Ahoy there, Lesley and Dylan. Have you ever been to the Carolina barbecue in New Ellington, South Carolina? It has been a while since I've been there, but I remember it was really good. That is super close to us. Like, am I missing something? Did he come? Oh, was he in the service here? Mm-hmm. Okay, I do remember. I mean, I remember. I can see his face, but you talked to him more than I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you if it's still there. We don't eat barbecue.
Right.
So I don't know. But if you don't know anything about this area and you're like, why is it called New Ellington? You should research that because it's fascinating.
It is fascinating. Eminent domain, government ruining people's lives.
I haven't seen you in a while, I don't think. Guitar quackery. Dylan, do you have a straight razor in your collection of knives or blades?
I do not. And it's something that I've been thinking about lately. No, but I don't.
Tim Siegler says 5 weeks on the road, 7,000 miles to Southside Tires and 3 oil changes, 2 days to home.
Woo.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
That's fun. Like, are you on the road now? Like, there's so much weather everywhere. Tom F. Iced coffee with coffee ice cubes or regular ice cubes?
Regular ice cubes.
Yeah, we don't have coffee ice cubes. Nor do we normally have iced. Oh, I guess you have iced coffee tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Do we usually? We do put ice in it. I guess I didn't think about that. Yeah. Regular. Let's see. Alan Pettibone, I'm sure you covered this, but where and how did y'all meet? We actually met like mutually through some businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Accidentally, strange coincidence of events.
Mm-hmm. And boom, here we are.
Yeah. Robert R. says, was Dylan shy when he first met you? I don't think Dylan's ever been shy. And I'm not like going to bring out the wild side of anybody. Period. So you haven't gotten like more anything since we've been together.
More anything. Except awesome.
Whatever. Dr. Tim, roller coaster is just like a sport bike ride on rails. I love it.
Me too.
Charlie Gabaldon said double duck straight razors are nice. That's what I use.
I'm actually going to go with something Japanese, handmade Japanese, probably.
Wait, have you thanked and shown what you got from Tim since he's here?
Yes. You know what? I meant to grab it before. Keep going, I'll grab it.
Dog Dr. Tim says, do you enjoy veggie kebabs? There are so many sauces that can be used. I mean, we don't make a lot of kebabs. I will eat a veggie kebab. They're not my favorite because they're usually super plain and they don't have sauces to put on them. So, like, yeah, there are better ways and more ways to have flavor that people don't realize when they just don't know.
So I'm pretty sure, I'm guessing, Tim, you sent me this.
Yeah, you're the only one that mentioned anything, and you sent
Yeah, because you sent me an email and said that you were sending me something. This is, and so thank you for the gift. This is a Ned Foss Beast, and it is a liner lock, G10 scales, stainless. Well, check this blade out. It's like, this thing is huge. And it's got a sweet harpoon blade on it. That really cool back swedge. It's really cool. This is a really neat knife. And it's like super smooth.
Mm-hmm.
But the flipper's funny because the blade is so heavy.
It's like slow-mo.
It kind of swoops out.
Yeah.
It doesn't flip out. It like swoops out.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's so heavy and big. But it's so cool. I meant to grab it earlier and show it, but thank you so much for sending me that. That's really, really neat, man. Yeah, I put it right over there. And yeah, this one's really cool. It's big, but I love it.
Well, oh, here we go. Guitar Quackery. Have you checked out the Acoustic Coffee Company yet? Part of their profits are used to grow trees for instruments, etc.
No.
It's the first time I've heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
Acoustic Coffee Company. Can I like buy coffee from them? Oh, Sherry Abney texted me. She is watching. Shout out to Sherry Abney.
Hey,
We miss you. That was creepy.
I thought you said Siri.
When I said Sherry. Why did I say speaking? Anyway, hey,
I don't know.
Sherry,
What's it called?
Acoustic Coffee Company.
I'm going to put it into my browser so that I can grab it later. There it is.
Where is it?
Shop coffee. Let's see. Let me go all the way to the bottom. Not sure.
Maybe they don't have a storefront. Can you buy coffee from them?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, cool.
You can buy coffee from them.
What did you get today? That had a joke in it?
Oh, this new knife.
Yeah, that was the joke. It was, where do pencils come from?
Yeah, so I get this knife. I bought this knife from North Carolina. And it's one that I've been lusting after for a while. And it was on back order forever. And it was really hard to get. You look at even, because Microtech puts the born on date on their knives. 12/23. That's how new this is to actually get one. Anyway, I got this little envelope with a little thank you note from the place that I bought the knife from, and somebody had in pen written a dad joke on it. It was really hilarious.
You're not gonna tell them the joke?
Where do pencils come from? Pennsylvania. It was just the dumbest joke.
Handwritten though,
handwritten.
Took the time to do that.
Yeah, it was really neat.
Anyway, it was funny. All right. Alan Pettibone, have you ever had a liner lock knife get stuck in the out position? Just happened to me, and I'm nervous to pry the mechanism.
So, this isn't a liner lock. If that happens, let me look at this really quick. Typically, what happens is that piece gets bent so the direction that you push on it with your thumb to unlock it, it went too far the other way, and it probably got stuck on the other side of the blade. So just stick something in there and pop it back. It'll probably be okay. Just don't bend it, because if you bend it, it'll shorten and it won't lock up right.
James Grote. This is kind of guitar, kind of not. How hard would it be to do Damascus pickup covers again?
I don't know that we're going to. At least not in that design. Because that was the 10th anniversary special edition. 20 pieces, 20 sets. I'm not going to do what Gibson did and be like, hey, this is a $50,000 guitar. We're only making however many of these. And then give them to everybody. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. They're special. We will do Damascus probably again, but they will be different.
Yeah. Charlie Gabaldon wants everybody to know, remember when you're old, never take a sleeping pill and a laxative on the same night.
That's wisdom.
Life experience wisdom.
I guess.
Maybe.
And I would add to that, and then get in the hot tub.
Ew. Wow.
Sorry.
No. All right, we're all caught up.
Cool.
It is 9:40, so if something doesn't come in this very short moment while we're talking, I guess we're going to be done.
Thank you, everybody. This was fun.
Was it helpful? I don't know.
Did you think it was fun?
It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I told you the questions were actually really good.
Set up. But I still don't know that I provided value to anyone. So
it was fun though. And I think
if they had fun, it was fun.
And
I didn't hate it.
Did you have fun? And I think that if people do watch this with their wife later, maybe it'll give them something to talk about and a value in their own time. Not that we're an example of anything or anything, but we do know how to make this work. Allegedly.
Brown sugar. Bye, y'all.
See you later.